Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Thank you very much for clicking on it. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to be going through my top 50 title tracks of 2021. Couple of days later, or a day later than I thought it was going to be when I was originally going to post this video yesterday, but life sometimes gets in the way, things get in the way, sometimes I develop a headache too bad that I cannot film. That's kind of what happened yesterday. But anyway, this video is going to follow a very similar format to day before yesterday's video when I went through my top B-sides. So I'm going to show you 50 through to 11 really quickly, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk through my top 10. But before we get into it, as always, a few disclaimers. Firstly, please keep in mind that this isn't a ranking of like the best by any means. These are just my personal favorites. It'll likely be different to your favorites. So feel free to leave yours in the comments. I would love to see them. Just please be respectful of it. Second, I chose this top 50 and the top 50 B-sides from a playlist of literally hundreds of songs that I've listened to and loved over the course of this year. So this was incredibly difficult to narrow down, but I think I'm pretty happy with it. But just keep in mind that there are so many other songs that I love to death, but I just can't fit into a top 50. You know how it is. Thirdly, I'm going to quickly explain what I personally classify as a title track, at least for the sake of this video, because I know people have different thoughts on that. So for this video, a title track to me is basically any single released by a group across this year. So any main title, pre-release, special single, Japanese release, debut titles, double titles, and so on and so forth. So before anyone, gets their panties in a twist over what songs I've included, just don't. Like, it's fine. If it's a single that's been released, I counted it, it's fine. It's all good. But anyway, with that out of the way, please enjoy my top 50 through to 11, and I will be back in a bit with my top 10. Just call my name.
That's a you problem. You know it's out my hands. See that on me to solve them, cause you've been making plans. You got me like crazy love. Get me now, get me now. 지금 나를 잡아 아니 나를 놨어. Get me now. 하나를 내뱉지 소리. I tell you this time I wanna rock with you. Moonlight 이 밤에 shine on
got that kiss of fire. The way you put your lips on me. Got that fire.
색안경을 끼고 보지 마요 난 좀 다른 여자인데 걱정 화려해도
Merry Christmas.
Jingle, jingle, jingle all the way. You got me spinning, 빙글, 빙글, 빙글 돌겠네. 빙판 we Christmas.
Too much of you 너무 수가 없는 feeling No lover like me
And we're back. So, once again, any surprises? Anything stand out to you? Anything that we have in common? You know, let me know in the comments. Let me know your own favorites. As always, like I said, just be respectful of each other, of me, of the artist, so on and so forth. But yeah, let me know. But let's move on to the top 10. So, coming in at number 10, we have Purple Kiss with Zombie.
아이 깜짝이야 No wonder 더 타올라 like a fire 오늘 밤 날 지쳐 너무 지쳐 like a zombie
Now, those of you that saw my reaction to Zombie will know that I said in that reaction when I listened to the song that I predicted that it would end up in my top 10. And I was right, but it was a really close call. Honestly, it was hanging on by a thread. It very nearly got pushed out by some of the other tracks that have dropped more recently, but it held on. It held on, and rightly so. It is such a great song. It's so much fun to listen to. The music video is ridiculous. Like, I love how this whole song and this whole comeback really showed such a cute and playful side to them. It really like highlighted their versatility and their ability to adapt to different concepts, which I personally adore in a group. You know, you look at it in comparison to Ponzonia and it's like night and day, but still equally as brilliant, you know? And I still, doesn't matter how many times I've listened to the song, but every single time I listen to it, I have to do the bee and the fire moments, like those little ad-libs along with them every single time. I love this song so much. It very nearly did get pushed out of my top 10, but it hung on, and I love it, and I'm glad that I could include it in my top 10. And yeah, it deserves to be here. It's such a great song. It was such a great comeback, and I love them. Let's move on. So at number 9, we have Yua with A Bit Tipsy.
원해 이래서 너라면 나를 지켜줄 텐데
Now this one might be a little bit of a surprise to probably everyone, because I haven't really talked about this song at all, and I was actually really late to it as well. So it came out, I think, in January, like way back in January, and I think I reacted to a whole bunch of US songs a few months ago. It's actually on Patreon because it got blocked on YouTube, because her music videos are done with Vivo. So yeah, that's up on Patreon, but this song was included in it, and that's when I first heard it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it was a few months ago. I can't remember when exactly because time. But I had a really good time in that reaction. I enjoyed all of the tracks so much. But recently, you know, I loved this song then when I heard it, but especially recently, in the last like 2 months or something, this song, if you can hear fireworks in the background, I apologize. But yeah, this song just crept up on me in a way I really didn't expect, and it's gotten to the point where I can't go more than a few hours without listening to it. Which is why I've given it this spot on this list. This song, I don't know what it is, man. There's something so addictive about it, especially that chorus, the way it goes into the chorus. If you aren't familiar with Yua, she is a lesser known solo artist, but she's really talented, really good. Her music is amazing, and I highly encourage like anyone who may have been even slightly interested in that little snippet you just heard to go and check her out. Check out her other songs. She's dropped a whole bunch of others this year as well that have also been amazing. And yeah, she just deserves so much more attention than she gets because she's so talented, and I just can't wait to see what else she comes out with, because honestly everything has been amazing so far. So yeah, she deserves a spot on this list. It may be a surprise. It was a surprise to me, when I realized I wanted to include it in this list, but it's so deserved. It's such a great song. Let's move on. Yeah, if you can hear the fireworks in the background, Happy New Year's! I hope you're all having a good New Year's. Fireworks have started very early here, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so number 8. At number 8, we have Everglow with Pirate.
Cause I'm a pirate, yeah, yeah, a pirate, yeah, yeah, a pirate, yeah, yeah. Now let me introduce myself.
I feel like I haven't been able to accurately explain just how much I'm obsessed with this song. But this song, it has me in a complete and utter chokehold. Like, it just, there's something about it, and I know, like, you know, there are people that prefer First, there are people that prefer Pirate, everyone has their opinions, but this song hit me different. It hit me in a way that I really wasn't prepared for. It was one of the first things I checked out after I came back after my break from moving, and it was just like the most incredible way to come back ever. I was like, what is going on? But it was so good. It really opened up my heart to Everglow in a way that I hadn't before. I've always liked them, I've always followed them, I've always supported them, but it really opened my heart up to Everglow in a way that I haven't before. And yeah, I mean, not only is the song just an absolute banger in and of itself, but there's also something very nostalgic about it, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've gravitated towards it so much, because it throws me back to the songs that I would hear when I was at university, and like going to like clubs and going to bars and stuff like that. Like it's that kind of sound, right? It's like a club banger. And while uni wasn't always the most fun and the most wonderful time, I do have some amazing memories from it, and from amazing nights out, and like this kind of sound, it just throws me back to that feeling. It's so nostalgic and feel good and just upbeat and fun, and it just makes you feel like a bad bitch, man. Makes you feel like a bad bitch. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so this comeback is it's where me and Under decided that I just needed to be double biased, and I don't think there's any going back for me now. It shot Everglow up to a group to where I want to pay so much more attention to them and check out a lot more of their content, so you guys can expect that in the new year. But yeah, I'm all in, and it's all because of this song and this album in general. I love it. Let's move on. Okay, so number 7, we have P1 Harmony with Scared.
Nani? Hey, walk out. Tell me what? Nani? Luka, tell me what?
So I talked a little bit about this in my album list. If you haven't seen that, feel free to go and do so. But this comeback is the one that not only made me fall in love with P1 Harmony, but also made them my alt boy group. The power that this song has for me and the lasting impact that it has had is just something else entirely. I know it's not a song that everyone is gonna love. It's kind of weird, especially those really discordant clashing cymbals in the verses kind of throw some people off, which is fair. Maybe people won't understand why I love it so much. Honestly, I don't even fully understand why I love it so much and what it is, but it was just like, I watched it and something just clicked, something happened, something gave, and I have just been obsessed with it ever since, and obsessed with them ever since. I love it to death. I always will. It's always, I think, going to be a very special song in my heart because, you know, it opened me up to P1 Harmony like that, and I don't know, it's a very empowering song, but in a very interesting way. I think it's a revolution song in a way, which is super cool. And I just, if you haven't heard it, even if the rest of the song isn't for you, please just go and listen to the pre-chorus, because Keo and Teo's vocals and the melodies on that pre-chorus are so beautiful. And I think the second that I heard Teo singing on that pre-chorus the first time, I think that was the moment that everything just went boop, and I was like, oh, oh no, I'm in danger. And I have not looked back since. So yeah, I just, People in Harmony are having a comeback on the 3rd. Support it, check it out. Even if it's not maybe your thing, just give it a listen, give it a try. These are super talented boys and they deserve it. And yeah, I love them. Let's move on. Okie dokie, so coming in at number 6, we have On and Off with Beautiful, Beautiful.
Beautiful. Hey, 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 yeah. 우리 함께하는 모든 것이 wonderful. 내게 la 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 la. 그런 듯이 우리 또 크게 외쳐.
So this was actually my number 1 song for months. I think it came out in February. And I think for at least like 3 or 4 months, it maintained its spot as my number 1 track of the year of anything. And I would say, like, to be honest, between like track 6 and track 1, like on this list, there really isn't a massive difference in like how much I love them. Like it's like tiny increments. These 6 songs have such special big places in my heart. I just kind of threw them into this order because I don't know, it kind of made sense to me. I don't really know, but yeah. Basically, this song is just so special to me. It's so special to me. The upbeat and hopeful nature to it, it just makes me so happy, brings me so much joy, and yeah. I will almost always vibe in a really big way with brighter boy group concepts. It's not that I dislike darker group concepts, of course I don't. I mean, look at the last song, but but brighter boy group concepts just fill me with such joy and such serotonin, and the way On and Off brought such an infectious energy with this song was just so great to see. It's such a fun song, it's so bright, and honestly, On and Off have just had an incredible year in general, so yeah, they deserve it. They deserve how much success that they've had this year, and I just hope it continues. I hope the guys go through their military service well and come back stronger than ever, and perhaps in the meantime we get to see you doing some solo fun things to pass the time. We'll see, but yeah, they've had an incredible year. This song kicked it off with a bang and it has stuck with me ever since, and yeah, it's amazing and I love it. Let's move on. All right, moving on to number 5. I think this is the most recent of all of the tracks on this list. I wonder if any of you can guess what it is. I'm going to tell you anyway. It's 11 by IVE. Yeah, this song, similar to Pirate with Everglow, it really came through at the very end of the year and grabbed me by the throat, as it did for a lot of people, hence why it has completely blown up. Like, again, this is something that I talked about a lot when I did my my favorite debuts list, but this song, like, it's just another incredible Ryan's masterpiece, and I think a really big part of the reason why IVE have like hit like the bomb that they have, like a big part of it is down to just this song and how good it is. So yeah, it's just an amazing debut track. It's interesting and different enough to attract like attention, especially with that speed ramping in the pre-chorus, but it's still just as like catchy and impactful as any other amazing K-pop pop. Like it brings together those kind of two worlds, and I think some amazing choices were made when this song was created, when this song was selected, and when this song was performed by the girls. So yeah, it just blows my mind that this was their debut. It's insane, and I cannot wait to see what they do next to follow up from that. We'll see. It's probably gonna be great. Let's move on. Alrighty, so coming in at number 4, we have another solo release, and I think probably the saddest song, no, definitely the saddest song on this list. We have Hate That by Key featuring Taeyang.
And I hate that you're happy without me. And I pray 나만 그만하게 baby. 혼자 무너져가는 이별이 실감나.
this was actually, I didn't talk about it at the time like I did with Zombie, but similar to Zombie, this was actually another song where from the second I heard it, I knew it would be on this list. I just knew. The combination of their voices, the beautiful melodies, and just how emotional it is. Like, if you know me, if you know me at all, then you know I'm an emotional bitch. And I love me a good sad song. And this hit, I have hiccups. This hit so many different things that I love. And I don't think I will ever get over how beautiful this song, nor get bored of it. Just, their voices together is something else. It's funny because like you see them, you know, outside of a music setting, you see them interacting on like Amazing Saturday or whatever, and they're so funny, they're so goofy together, they're ridiculous because obviously they've known each other so fucking long. They're just like idiot siblings together, basically. Like, that's the vibe. And yet they make music together and it's just like, what was that? That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. What are you doing? And that's basically how I felt watching that music video and listening to this song, and how I felt every single time I have listened to this song since. Honestly, Key's mini album, the whole thing is amazing. It is such a great release, but this track is still my favorite from it, which is very rare for me. It's very rare for a pre-release or a title track to be my favorite song on an album. Like, super, super rare. If you've seen enough of my album listens, you'll know that it's a rare thing for me, but this song just hits me different. It grabs it literally, it's a song that just like reaches into my chest, pulls out my heart and throws it on the floor. And I'm like, yes, please, again, repeat it. But yeah, the song is incredible. Honestly, if we got some more collabs between them, would not be mad at it. Mayhaps a part 2 to the story so we can figure out what the hell was going on, maybe? Just a suggestion? We'll see. Let's move on. Alrighty, moving on to number 3. We are getting into the top 3, my tippity top, my favourites of the faves. But coming in at number 3, we have Lightsome with Vivace. So I was not even slightly, even remotely, even the tiniest little bit prepared for the way this song hit. And hit me, especially. Like, I said this a little bit when I did my debut video. I enjoyed Vanilla a lot. I had a great time with it. It was a fun song. Just great. It's a great debut. But it didn't grab my heart and soul in the same way that certain other debut tracks did. And the same way that this song did. I went into this, I had like no idea what to expect. I was excited, I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh, I wonder how Lightsome are going to follow up with Vanilla. Are we going to go down a similar path? Are they going to try something different? And oh yeah, they tried something different and they punched me in the face with it. Like, I know obviously this song has been compared to Eyes One a lot, and like both positively and negatively, and there's obviously a reason for that. Like, you know, there's producers in common, there's elements to it that are very reminiscent of Eyes One style. It's completely fair enough. But for me, one, I'm really glad that there's another group out there willing to do this sound, because it's honestly one of my favorite sounds that we've ever had in K-pop. And two, it filled that little Eyes One shaped hole in my heart just a little bit. It made me really happy. I know there are probably some Wiz ones that felt like the opposite, like that maybe they were like copying or something, but for me, it was never anything about that. Music is something that is meant to be shared and meant to be enjoyed, and so long as you're not outwardly plagiarizing anything, like, people share sounds and different things all the time. It's okay. So for me, it was just like, it was like a little healing balm over that little Eyes One hole in my heart. And I was like, oh, this sound did not go away with Eyes One, thank God. And it's here and it's so good. But that's only part of the reason that I love it. It's not the whole reason. The song itself is just so good. It is so good. The vocals, the melodies, how impactful that chorus is. God, that chorus hits. And Sanga's rap, man. Like, her rap verse in Vanilla was good. It was fun. It was cute. It didn't blow me away. But this rap verse, she came in, she had the blue hair and the yellow set, and she said, I'm here. I am here. Pay attention to me. And I was like, okay, sure. But yeah, basically all of this is just one big recipe for a win for me, basically. I really hope we get to see more of this kind of sound from Lightsome, but honestly, just the fact that they were showing their versatility with it is super exciting in itself. So even if we go down a completely different route for the next comeback, I'm here, I'm down. Like, this song was enough to like pull me in to fully dive into IZ*ONE and check them out. And now that I've seen like their variety stuff and whatnot, I'm like, okay, I am all in. Where are we going next? I'm in for the ride. Let's do it. I love this song so much. I love this group so much. Let's move on. Alrighty, so coming in at number 2, we have Pixie with Bewitched.
Swallowed. Be rich in your hunger, in your hunger. Be rich, running faster, spreading faster. There's not another explanation. I can focus on you. I cannot focus on you. Turn me into lies.
Oh look, what a surprise! More Pixie! I know, you're all so shocked. But yeah, I honestly, I don't think I realized how much Pixie dominated my year until I was putting together these lists and I was like, oh, they're like top 3 for everything. Oh, interesting. This is how we're doing things. Okay, cool. And then I was like, okay, yeah, so Pixie have completely owned my ass this whole year. Good to know. But yeah, anyway, Bewitched. So I've seen, obviously, some people classify this as a B-side, but it was actually technically a double title alongside Addicted, which is why it is in this list and not in the B-side list. But yeah, this song... Honestly, this is one of these things that's just like, if you know, you know. If you know this song, then you know, you get it. Because I don't think there's a single person that I have talked to who knows Pixie and knows this song and wasn't completely clotheslined by this song. And the video that it came with as well. Like, it literally was just like, this song just came through and just like, it took us all out. Like, it... I've spent so much time across this week and in these videos talking about Pixie and their music, and I feel like I'm just gonna keep repeating myself if I carry on, but this song it's just something else. It is probably my favorite Pixie song of all of them so far, including the B-sides, which is saying something, like really saying something, because you should know by now if you've seen the videos prior to this one that I have an obsession with the entire Bravery album, but this song, yeah, I'm pretty sure this song is just my favorite Pixie song so far, and it is gonna take something real special, real next level to beat it. But to be honest, knowing Pixie, knowing the creative team behind them, Kevin, they'll do it in their next album. Like, there'll be a song in the next album that'll be like, well, I'll be like, okay, well, no, I have a new favorite. Who's surprised? Absolutely no one. Definitely not me. Like, yeah, like I said, I've spent a lot of time talking about Pixie. I don't want to keep repeating myself and saying the same things, but I love them. And I just love them. This song is incredible. It's a masterpiece. Let's get into number 1. So, coming in at number 1, there will be some people that already know what this song is, because this is one that I haven't exactly kept secret that I am obsessed with this song. But coming in at number 1, we have with Jasanya the Black with Easy.
It's so easy. All down the attitude. All down the attitude. Yeah, it's so easy. 원하면 가져난. 원하면 가져난.
Okay, so before anyone says anything, I just want to clarify that the reason this is number 1 is not just because I'm gay and this music video is a lot. This is not a music video ranking list. Would this be number 1 in that? Not quite, because Golden Child's Burn It, but it would be close. But no, it's not just because of that. It is genuinely because I love this song a truly unbelievable amount. And again, this was another song that I didn't expect to own me quite as much as it does. But from the very second it dropped, very second I listened to it for the first time, saw that music video, went through that whole experience, it has been number one on this list. This was the song that took On and Off's Beautiful Beautiful and said, listen man, we love you, you are an amazing song, you will always be special to us and near and dear to our heart, but we just need to move you over there because we gotta nestle in. That was essentially what happened. But yeah, while there have been plenty of songs that have come close, including Bewitched has come close, definitely. You know, plenty of others before, like Vivace as well. There have been plenty of songs this year that have come close to toppling it, come close to potentially being a number one favorite, but I don't think there is a single song, title track wise, that can even touch Easy for me. Like I've gone through it. I've gone through it trying to put these lists together. They're a lot of fun for me to do. I really enjoy doing them, which is why I do them. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. But I have gone through it. I've had a tough time trying to figure out my rankings, but goddamn, if choosing number one on this list wasn't the easiest freaking thing. Their vocals on this song are freaking incredible. The way it's produced, the vibe of it, the whole concept of the song and the music video is everything to me. And to think that this release went under so many people's radars, like, it genuinely makes me very sad and like a little bit, I don't want to say angry. Angry feels strong, but like I guess a little bit frustrated that this song went under so many people's radars because it's just so good. It's so good. They did such an incredible job, and I am so glad and grateful that I was able to listen to it and experience it and be absolutely taken the fuck out by it. Easy as that bitch. Easy as my song of the year. In terms of title tracks, I said in my B-sides video, Aurora is my number one song overall, but Easy is like just under. Easy is such a good song. Stan Who's Just Sonia, man. Who's Just Sonia Choco Me are having a comeback next week. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Such a different vibe. So good. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But that is actually it for this list. We made it. We got to the end. It's in fact the last of these particular videos where I talk through my favorites. I really hope you enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed making them. I enjoyed putting the list together, like I said, even if it was difficult. I had a great time doing it. I like doing it in this format as well, being able to talk through and kind of explain some of my choices. So I hope they were in some way interesting. I hope you maybe got the chance to hear some songs you haven't before, because that's something that makes me really happy when people say that I introduce them to new things, like new music, new artists and stuff. But yeah, I do have an updated bias list video coming. That will probably, I'm hoping to get that up on Monday, actually, Monday or Tuesday. And then I will also be showing you a video which will have my full 2021 playlist on it, which, let me just double check what the current total number of songs is on there at the moment. 558. So I'm going to be posting a video that has 558 songs in it. Yay! And that will be coming up within the next couple of days. I'm hoping I might be able to get it up tomorrow, but we'll see. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, let me know some of your favorite title tracks, whether they're similar to mine, whether they're different to mine. I don't care. Just let me know what your favorites were. Be respectful. Be kind to each other. I look forward to reading them. I really hope you have a very, very happy new year, and I hope your 2022 is filled with nothing but health and happiness and good things. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.